As always, it is so great to have you here. You know, in the times we're living in right now, it's so important to stay strong and positive and share that energy with everybody around you. Truly is the only way we're all going to get united and get through all these hurdles in front of us. Anyways, today we have another delicious recipe to kick off the week. We're talking Spanish vinegar and garlic cod. Now, this is a dish that hails from the beautiful region of Murcia in southeastern Spain, where it's known as Bacalao al ajo Cabañil. And let me tell you, if you're not a fan of cod or fish in general, you have to give this dish a try, and I promise it's gonna make you a believer because it's got so many beautiful flavors to it. It's absolutely so easy to make, and it's all done in under 30 minutes, folks. Serve this dish next to some roasted potatoes and a garden salad, and you got yourself one heck of a great meal. Let's begin by making the vinegar and garlic sauce first. I'm gonna grab 6 cloves of garlic. Remove the skins from each clove. As you know, I like to give each clove a quick twist as the skin is easily removed. And we'll roughly chop the garlic. Then we'll add in the chopped garlic into a mortar. If you don't have a mortar, you can use a food processor for this step. We'll pinch in a little sea salt, and using a pestle, pound down on the garlic until you form a paste-like texture. Then I'm going to measure out a 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar, which is 60 milliliters, and add it into the mortar with the garlic. To make this recipe, you can use other vinegars here, but if the vinegar is very strong in flavor, I recommend cutting it in half, otherwise it's going to overpower the dish. Then we'll grab a handful of fresh parsley, finely chop it, and add in about 2 tablespoons of the finely chopped parsley into the mortar, which is 8 grams. Then we'll season with a kiss of freshly cracked black pepper, and we'll mix it together. That way everything's well mixed, and then set it aside. For the next step, I'm going to grab a large non-stick fry pan. Important to use a non-stick here, otherwise that fish can easily stick to the pan. I'm going to heat it with a medium to medium-high heat. If your dial's from a 0 to 10, you're looking at about a 6 here. And we'll add in about a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Now, to make this recipe, I'm using a Spanish olive oil from the Georgetown Olive Oil Company. This is truly one of the best Spanish olive oils out there, and it really gives this dish their authentic Spanish touch. Link where you can get some in the description box below. While the oil is heating, let's start getting the cod ready. I've got 2 pieces of cod here. These are 14 ounces each, or 400 grams each. I'm going to pat them completely dry with paper towels to remove any of the excess moisture in the fish. Now, the cod that I'm using I bought frozen and thawed out, just to make things easier and cheaper, but of course you can totally use fresh cod here, or any other type of firm white fish that you like. Then we'll cut each piece of cod into 2 evenly sized fillets to end up with a total of 4 fillets. And we'll season them with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper just on one side. Then I'm going to add in some all-purpose flour into a shallow bowl. And we'll coat each cod fillet in the flour, making sure it's evenly coated all around. And as you can see, I'm leaving the skin on the cod as it gives it such a much better flavor once it's cooked. And it's also going to help that fillet of cod stay together when you flip it. That way it doesn't easily flake. Once all the cod fillets have been coated, let's move back to the fry pan. At this point, that olive oil should be nice and hot. I'm going to start adding the fillets of cod into the pan skin side up and making sure they're all in a single layer. Now, the reason why we coated the cod fillets with the flour mixture is it's going to give them a beautiful crust on the outside, which at the same time is going to help retain the moisture inside of the fish. That way it doesn't dry up once it's cooked. After about 3 minutes, I'm going to gently flip the cod fillets to cook the other side. Now, the thickness of these fillets are 1 inch thick, which is about 2.5 centimeters, so 3 minutes per side is the ideal time. If yours are a little bit thinner, go about 2 minutes per side, and if they're a little bit thicker, go about 4 minutes per side. After a total cooking time of 6 minutes on the cod fillets, that's 3 minutes per side, they should be perfectly cooked through. I'm going to gently remove them from the pan and transfer them into a wire rack with some paper towels underneath. Then we'll drain the remainder of the olive oil in the pan into a sieve with a bowl underneath. We're not going to use the olive oil for the rest of the recipe, but by running it through a sieve, you're going to clean it up and you can use it for future recipes. Then I'm going to heat the same pan with a low heat and add in the vinegar and garlic mixture. And you want to make sure to mix this continuously. That way the garlic doesn't brown, which can easily give it a bitter flavor. By mixing it continuously, it's going to ensure that it lightly sautés and it stays nice and aromatic. And once again, very important to be on a low heat at this stage. After about 2 minutes and the sauce has reduced in half, I'm going to add in the cod fillets back into the pan. And we're going to go for about 30 seconds per side here on the cod fillets. This is enough time for them to heat through and for that vinegar and garlic sauce to really incorporate into the cod. 1 minute after adding the cod fillets back into the pan, this dish is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat. And we'll sprinkle our fillets of cod with some finely chopped fresh parsley. Check it out, our Spanish vinegar and garlic cod is done. Once again, this is known here in Spain as Bacalao and ajo Cabañil. Such an incredible aroma coming out of this. Super easy to make, and once again, done in under 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it tastes. Now this is what classic Spanish food is all about. Here we go. Wow. First things first, this cod is beautifully cooked, fully cooked through, and it melts in your mouth. And as for the flavors, all that garlic with the white wine vinegar really takes it to the next level. But the vinegar is not too overpowering. It's the perfect balance of goodness. You saw this, so easy to make and done in under 30 minutes. Like I told you at the beginning, serve this dish next to some roasted potatoes and a garden salad, and you got yourself one heck of an incredible meal. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Michael and Kelly Thompson, Dr. Michael Barvitz, and Terry K. Clean. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.